What's the deal? What's the deal? This y'all boy Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. I just now got through watching this J2 versus Bad News, man. But I know y'all gonna probably come to a situation where it's like you guys would think that I'm tripping or whatever, but whoever saw this battle, man, this battle was just as good, maybe better. The same way people looked at this Snake Eyes and None battle. J2 and Bad News was dope. It was dope. But first off though, as far as Bad News, I always felt that Bad News, he was very, very good with his aggression. He give people that feel, of the street talk. But I always felt like his bars could be more stronger. And I know a lot of people were saying this was a very good Bad News, and it was a very, very good Bad News. So as far as the first round, to me was just more about the entertainment more than anything. It was more like entertainment more than anything with Bad News. Of course, he had a couple of give me a sec, y'all. Of course, he had a couple of a lot of his bars were, of course, attacking the gay angle and things like that. And it was very, very funny to me and entertaining. It was very, very funny to me and entertaining. And J2 was laughing with it, so it's not no stuff to come up in here and think people gay bashing or whatever. J2 was laughing at it because J2 know how this go. He know how this go. So Bad News was so hilarious in his first round. It wasn't even funny. He was very, very hilarious in the first round, man. It wasn't even funny. Now, when J2 came at it with his first round kind of started off a little slow, but his bars were better than Bad News. It just was better. So to me, it kind of becomes preferenced. I do know I might have to, I do know I will have to pick a winner for that first round. I might edge it to Bad News by an inch, maybe by an inch. Okay. Now, when it got to the second round, I seen that Bad News was kind of sticking to that angle that he was doing, but he kind of switched it up a little bit in the second round. But J2's second round was crazy. J2 went ham in the second round, dog. J2 went ham in the second round. I really, really felt like J2, to me, was warming up in the first round. And if he would have came like he did in his second round, it probably would have been, a problem for Bad News. But then when you have all these people in the room and then Bad News is saying all these jokes, what jokes, and you got a lot of straight men around, it becomes their favor. You know what I mean? It definitely, becomes their favor, for them to win. So as far as the second round, to me, J2 snatched that up out of the air. He took that second round. Now, the third round is most definitely preference. Because I'm going to tell y'all this right now. J2 had the better pen. He even had this milk and cookies bar. J2 pen was very, very creative and it was witty. Bad News style was more kind of like the lines, the Sega bar and the Sega Genesis bar. His stuff was more of lines, and you felt it. J2 showed you his pen and also attacking Bad News at the same time. So the third round definitely becomes preference. So if it wasn't for that second line, that second Genesis line, the judges probably would have gave it to J2. But I really felt like J2 won this battle 2-1. J2 won this battle 2-1, man. I think he won his battle 2-1. If the judges say Bad News got it, it is what it is. I mean, you know, I'm not here to, of course, pick the winner, who the judges picked. I'm not here for that. I'm just here to recap. So, shouts out to J2, man. I'm definitely looking for more from J2 and Bad News. Bad News definitely was doing his thing up in there. He did have some bars that was kind of cool. It was all right. But then at the same time, it's like everything else just backed it up to the point where it just overshadowed all that. It just made you forget about that because he was just so entertaining. And he was entertaining. He was funny. He was aggressive. He was like it was everything. But yeah, this y'all boy Battle Rap Chuck, man. 92, subscribe to that channel. Subscribe. I do got J2 winning this battle, man, 2-1. So big shouts out to you, dog. Even though you didn't win this Midnight Menace belt, keep on grinding, dog. Go on.